Yeah, we back. We back. Now today, man, we got a funny video. So I was minding my business and this video came across the algorithm. It was Kendra G and she was interviewing, Kendra G got her call-in show. So this young boy called in, this young homie called in. I think he's like 24 years old, 25 years old. And the best way I could describe his personality is a mix between Dr. Umar Johnson and Kevin Samuels. This is a different type of archetype. This is a different type of black man archetype that I'm not very familiar with. It was very interesting to see. So I'm gonna react to the interview. I'm gonna react to the conversation, and we're gonna get into it, man. Let's get into it. Not wasting no time.
Okay. How old are you? 24?
Yes, I'm 24.
And what do you do for a living?
So I'm a process engineer in the pharmaceutical industry, biotech. I work on mRNA, protein. And my recent project, I was actually on the vaccine for COVID-19. So like I'm helping save the world.
Helping save the world. I love that.
Helping save the world. Yeah.
All right, we back. Now, first things first, shout out to the young homie. Shout out to him. We in the same business. Obviously, I'm on the retail side of the game. He's on the manufacturing side of the game. So he came on the show and Kendra asked him, where you from? What's your name? What do you do? And he said he's a processing engineer in the pharmaceutical industry. And for me, I'm on the retail side. He's on the manufacturing side. So to explain the process of how it goes from him when he's a processing engineer, scaling it up, cooking it up, to how it gets to me and I dispense it to the general public, it goes something like this. First things first, the process starts with the pharmacologist, the biochemist, etc., etc. All the high-level scientific guys, they're the ones in the lab doing the research and development, and then it goes to the clinical trials, and then if everything's approved, then it goes to the engineers like himself. And his role in the game is basically scaling the product up to be distributed on a mass scale. For example, once you got the recipe, like the pharmacologist then cooked up the recipe, now we scale it up. He basically figures out ways to manufacture it and distribute it in large quantities, because obviously once you got the recipe, now we need to scale it up in a way that it can be consumed by millions of people across the world. And then after that, they do another round of testing to make sure it meets the standards, whatever, FDA standards, whatever it may be. Then it goes to the distributors, then it gets to the retailers, and then it gets in my hands and we give it to the general public. That's basically how the game goes. Now, let's continue.
Alan, no kids, 24, process engineer, Aquarius. He's a nomad right now. What kind of woman are you looking for?
Not white. Just not white, not fat. Please. I'm not trying to fat shame or body shame, but if you're a large woman, don't message me. If you're white, do not message me. What else? So I also work like 80 to 90 hours a week. So if you're not okay with me basically not being there, don't, because like I'm not going to quit doing my side stuff and my work and stuff just to make a woman like, yeah, if I'm providing, then I don't want to come home and hear, oh, why are you at work all day? Because I'm providing for you and the family.
Off the rip, young homie said, listen, if you white, do not message me. Listen, do not hit my line. And brother, I feel you. If it's not a Jay Electronica situation, like when Jay Electronica was running around with Kate Rothschild, if it's not a situation like that, yeah, I feel you, brother. I feel you. If her family isn't prominent in real estate, banking, finance, whatever it may be, I feel you. I'm not really with it either, bro. I'm not really with it either, my brother. Listen, I'm with you. And I know he probably hurt some feelings when he said no fat women, but you got to understand what he's basically saying is he just wants a beautiful, in-shape black woman. That's really what he's saying. Like in so many words. He could have said it much more simply, but he really said, I just want a beautiful, in-shape, good-looking black woman. Now he said it in a crazy way. He said, listen, no white women, no fat women. Now he had to say it like that, but I feel him. He just wants a beautiful black woman, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, when he also said that he's a workaholic, I forget, he said like he works like 70, 80, 90 hours a week. So a woman is gonna have to understand that, listen, I gotta get to the bread. Brother, I'm telling you right now, young homie. I'm telling you right now, young brother, they're not gonna understand. They're not gonna understand. I'm telling you right now, if you think they're gonna understand, brother, they're never gonna understand. They're never gonna understand. So just get ready. Just get ready for the confrontations when she tries to complain that you out here getting the bread, you chasing the bread too much. Just understand they're never gonna understand. I done went through it. A lot of us have went through it. You gotta find a balance, I guess, but it is what it is. They want a hardworking man. They want a high achieving man. They want a driven, ambitious man, but they gotta understand, I gotta get to the bread. Now, let's continue.
Every time I'm out and about, I talk to women, and then a fat woman approaches, and then they want to talk to me, and I'm like I worked hard to get to where I am, and I don't think I should have to settle for a larger woman. and it's just a lot for me to handle when I do as like much work as I can to become the person I want to be, and then they think I should have to settle for them. And so like no fat women, no white women. I'm looking for more so like um, um taller black women that are like darker complexion. No, nobody who's high yellow. If you're high yellow, do not message me, like, because I will not. Like I will block you so fast. So like no white, no high yellow, and no fat.
Now, this is why I say it's a mix between Dr. Umar Johnson and Kevin Samuels, because on one end he said, listen, no white women, no none of that. And then he said, listen, I shouldn't have to settle for a large woman. I shouldn't have to settle for a big woman. Now, really what he wants, like I said, the only thing he wants is an in-shape, beautiful black woman, bro. That's really what he wants, but he's saying it in the craziest way, man. He's saying it in the craziest way possible. And I'm going to explain my theory towards the end of the video on why I feel that he said it like that. And he even said no light-skinned women, no high yellow women. Now, one piece of advice that I would give to the young homie: examine the mindset of the woman first before anything. The mindset is the most important. The mindset is the most important. Make sure whatever woman you dealing with, whatever black woman you dealing with, make sure that she also has the same mentality as you, right? Make sure that you both have the same mentality, right? I can tell that he has somewhat of a Afrocentric mentality. He loves beautiful, dark-skinned, in-shape black women. You got to make sure the woman you're dealing with also has the same similar Afrocentric mentality, right? So, because you're not going to be compatible. You're not going to be, an Afrocentric type of black man, and then you get with a woman who doesn't have that same energy, same mentality. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. You're going to bump heads. You're going to be beefing. You're going to be clashing. It's not going to work, bro. Trust me, it's not going to work. You have to make sure that y'all on the same wavelength. She got the same energy as you, same mindset as you. She's Afrocentric just like you. The mindset is what's most important. Compatibility is what's most important. That's the piece of advice I always give to my brothers, man. Mindset. I don't get involved in the light skin, dark skin, because if the light skin woman got the mentality I need, I'm with that. If the dark skin woman got the mentality I need, I'm with that. Mindset for me is most important above anything. Because if we don't got the same mindset, it's not going to work, man. Now, let's continue.
Okay. Could she have children?
No children. No children.
No children. That's
No children. Deal breaker. Yeah.
Hell no.
No. Yeah. No children.
You
Man, off the rip, young homie said, listen, no single moms. And I'm sure he probably knows it, but yeah, he's definitely a prime target for that demographic. I'm telling you right now, it just is what it is. I even saw the story a while back about one of my older sisters. She got 4 kids from a previous relationship, and she somehow landed a black doctor with no kids. I don't know how she did it. I told her she should write a book about it, because I guarantee a lot of women would love to replicate her success. I don't know how she did it, bro. But guys like that are prime targets. Guys who are getting established in their career, bro, I'm telling you, the single moms, they're gonna pull out all the stops. They're gonna have to cook food for you. They're gonna be rubbing your back, rubbing your feet. They're gonna be, bro, they're gonna be going in. They're gonna be going in. Trust me. Next thing you know, you stepdaddy out here, man. But anyways, let's continue.
what are your 3 flaws?
My 3 flaws: I'm a workaholic. I also like things to be perfect. So I work until things are at perfection, but like it's life, so things are never at perfection. So I normally get bogged down with that. And then also, I think that people happiness depends on me. So like I put a lot of pressure on myself for that. And I'm not saying like everybody else, but like if I'm in a relationship, I feel like that other person happiness depends on me. So I put a lot of pressure on myself, and that kind of harms the relationship, because I think that I overthink things, I guess, is a simple way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we back. Now, I know a few brothers like this. I don't really know what to label him. I'll label him as like neurodivergent, right? Because he said he's very, I see like OCD type of traits in him, very perfectionist, probably stays in his room working for hours and never leaves the room. Like, I could tell, guys who are in tech, guys who are in STEM, their brains are wired a little differently. So, you got to let them do what they do, man. You gotta let them do what they do. That's why for him, the biggest piece of advice I would give to him is find a woman that is compatible with you, right? A woman that's gonna let you do what you do, let you work, let you have your space. That's the piece of advice I would give to him. Compatibility above everything. Now, let's continue.
Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
She wouldn't have to work. I make enough where she wouldn't have to work. I'm extremely hardworking. I'm passionate at what I do. I have like plans to set her, our children, in her family up for success for the long term. Plans and also things are already in place where her family wouldn't have to worry about things. Our kids wouldn't have to worry about at least things on the financial side. I'm not sure about other things in life. I can't really control that. But things that I can control, I have under control. Things that I can't control, I don't worry about.
Now, one piece of advice I would give to the young brother is do not lead with your wallet. Do not lead with your finances unless you want to be seen as an easy target, unless you want to be seen as an easy lick, unless you want to be seen as something to be taken advantage of. Do not lead with your wallet. Kendra asked him, why would a woman be lucky to be with you? And the first thing he said was, well, you ain't got to work. Now, listen, brother, do not, even if that's the case, you do not have to express that openly in the public, okay? Because you're just going to attract a bunch of women that are looking to have a parasitic relationship with your bank account. That type of thing should be something where your lifestyle speaks for you. Your energy speaks for you. She should understand that this is a young brother that's going places, and if I'm intelligent, I should attach myself onto this moving train. So you don't gotta openly say in the public, listen, you get with me, you don't gotta work, I got the money, I got the cash, I got everything you need, baby. No, because you're gonna attract a bunch of prostitutes. You're gonna attract a bunch of women who are just trying to, get some cash. You're not really gonna attract the woman who's gonna have the mindset to stay down with you and really build a family with you and really, like I said, mindset is the most important thing. When you say shit like that, you're not gonna get the woman with the right mindset coming towards you. You're just not. You're gonna get all the wrong women trying to beat down your door because you said, listen, look at me, I got the money, I got the bag, listen, you ain't gotta work. Brother, you're gonna get the worst type of woman imaginable. I'm telling you right now, do not say shit like that out in the public. Overall, I do respect his mindset for someone of his age. Right, he's already looking like, generational type of shit. Like our kids is gonna be straight, our kids gonna be straight, your family gonna be straight, my family gonna be straight. But like I told him before, you need to get with a woman who has that mindset that's gonna make that possible. If you get with a woman that doesn't have that same mindset as you, you're never gonna achieve your objective, my brother. Right? So if you're a black man like himself, you love beautiful black women, you love your people, whatever it may be, you need to get a woman with that same mentality. So y'all can have the same vision, the same goals for the future, and everything is gonna be beautiful. If you don't have the same mindset, the same vision, it's not gonna work, man. It's not gonna work. You're gonna be clashing, you're gonna be beefing, you're gonna be, you know what I mean? It's not gonna work, man. And I think that's gonna be his biggest challenge. That's the biggest challenge for most men. It's not hard to find a beautiful, dark-skinned woman that's in shape, that looks good, but to combine that with a package that'll be compatible with you, has the same mindset as you, had the same worldview as you, that's gonna be the difficult part. That's gonna be the difficult part, man. That's gonna be the difficult part, because the last thing you want to do if you're a black man with this type of mentality is to end up with some swirler, divester type of chick. Like, that's the last thing you want to do, man. So you got to examine the mindset. Make sure she's on the same type of time as you. But anyways, it's your boy Never Card. That's Elaine back in the building. Yes, indeed. Cash App up on the screen, and I'm gone. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in that ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Paying for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young Money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This shit is an art and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you ain't caught. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.